My name is Won Ho. I joined this project as an e-learning expert. So I would like to share my experience with you. And I heard that you developed the textbook, and next stage probably will be developing e-learning content. So I would like to share my experience on that area with you. And before my presentation, I would like to ask you if you can access this information. If you have a mobile phone, you can use QR code, and it will bring you exactly the same contents on the internet. Either you download, write down this short URL here, okm.3m.s.eqcm. So you can access this information anytime, anywhere. Okay. So, once you connect it to your phone, you can drag the background and you can move. So it all has the information about the presentation I'm going to give you. So if you miss anything, you can just review these things later. Okay. Also, we are recording this presentation, so you can review it later. So don't worry. Take your time. And in this web phone, if you click the red arrow, it will bring up the new web page. The information linked to that red arrow. So in every red arrow, it means that it has the link information on the website. Okay. So firstly, I like to show that about my resume here. So if you click that one, you will see my about me everything, right? So the introduction. Okay, so I have my degree from the University of Texas at Austin. So that's my academic background. And I also have an experience with 30 years teaching in National University in Korea. 30 years, pretty long. And also been expert member, committee member of standard SC 36, that's an e-learning standard in Korea. I was a committee member for that one. Also, I've been a president of Korean Association for E-Learning for 4 years. And still, I'm a vice president of Korean Association for Smart Education. So I have quite good knowledge about the e-learning area, so you can trust me. And the project, I have many international projects. I've been in Rwanda, I've been in Nicaragua, Colombia, and Vietnam, and many Southeast countries. And this is the first time for my visit Ethiopia. It's much similar like Rwanda. I've been to 4 times, Kigali. And I took journey to Kivu Lake. You know Kivu Lake? I also hope to have a chance to sightsee around the Ethiopia if the environment is available. And yeah, that's about it. So now you know my background as well, and here. And also I would like to provide my information about my Facebook. So it can be my Facebook friends to communicate using messengers. So if you click this one, it will bring my Facebook page. So I posted a lot of things. The latest post is coming to Addis Ababa 2 weeks ago. I didn't have that much chance to post anything over there. And well, this is. I like this music. You know this music? Okay. If you know this music, please give me the link. Where can I, get into this music? So I like to listen to the whole music for myself. So I ask you, become my Facebook friends and send a link about the song. Okay? So you promise me. Okay. So next thing is that my email address. You can either contact me by email address or Facebook Messenger. And also, you can go to my YouTube channel, and in YouTube channel many information which I uploaded videos to YouTube. So you can see that my interests are developing Roblox games and Arduino programming, GeoGebra, and some Moodle, and developing content. So those kind of e-learning related materials you can find there. Of course, the presentation today will be uploaded to my YouTube. So if you are late for this presentation today, you can watch on the YouTube later. So don't worry about it. Okay. So next is the blog thing. So I put the blog connection here. I run 2 blog and 1 wiki on the internet. So most of the information I give to you here, you can find it in my blog. 2 blogs, one is for English, one is for Korean. So I think you want to prefer the English version. So you click this my English blog. If you go there, you can find the blog postings. I've been learning this for a long time, many years. So currently I'm interested in using AI technology in video editing. And something using Bard or ChatGPT. You know about the Bard and ChatGPT? Yeah, ChatGPT is similar to ChatGPT. Bard is a Google version. And I use Bard to analyze what LMS is. So those kind of things I posted as a blog. So LK setting for Moodle Canvas, comparison between Bard and ChatGPT. Many things related to e-learning development or everyday ICT nitty-gritties. Okay, so for wiki, if you go there, this is a bilingual English and Korean, but we have good translating capability of Google. Okay, so you can review it by your language. What's the language mostly used in here? Is it Oromo? Is it Oromo? No. Okay, so you can translate to there and you can get English. The reason why I'm telling you is that I have some information about 100 ways to use Moodle. It's a book, and I uploaded it in this wiki site. So you can take a review how you can use Moodle for your course development. Okay. So I will talk about when we get later. Okay, that's about it, all the information I have and my information connections. And next is more about me. I'm an electrical engineer. Anybody here an electrical? Okay, nice to see you. But unfortunately, I didn't do much research in electrical engineering. I'm more interested in e-learning. Okay, for 30 years. When we talk about e-learning, we divide it into 3 sectors. So when we talk about e-learning, we say 3 things. Is first, content. Second is solution. And third is service. So everybody talking about e-learning, they mentioned one of them. Okay. So for you, you are going to develop e-learning content, right? And you are using Moodle as an LMS. That's a solution. Okay. And you want a service that syncs to the students, right? There's 3 things can happen in e-learning domain. So 3 things. I luckily have a chance to expose myself to those 3 different areas. Luckily, about 30 years ago, I'm teaching electrical machine to my students. That's very top subject because the students are supposed to understand the physical, mechanical, and electrical concepts to understand how the mechanism works. Okay? So I was in trouble and tried to use Java program to develop animation, simulation, and also Flash at that time. Anybody know about Flash, Adobe Flash? It's now gone, but a long time ago, on those days, the Flash was the best tool for animation. But nowadays, we have better tools called GeoGebra. Anybody know about GeoGebra? Yeah? So GeoGebra, I think it's a great tool you can use in your computer because GeoGebra can be accessible using Chrome browser, any browser. So if you're teaching and you have internet access, anybody can connect to the GeoGebra in your browser. It's a great mathematical and engineering tool. You can simulate anything on the spot. Okay, so I'll talk about it more about that later. But that time, in 1997, I developed some animation and simulation program, and my students submitted that for the internet contest, and they got the prize. So that was my first experience about content development. After that, I was interested in loading the contents on the server. Let's say it's a solution, LMS, Moodle, right? So I found out Moodle was beginning at that time, 2002. Since then, I've been using that one for a long time, more than 20 years. So I can say many things about using Moodles. Okay, so okay, about GeoGebra. It's something like this. The electrical engineer know about this. This is rotating flux. Our rotating flux is generated by Nikola Tesla. He invented the way to make a moving mechanism out of the electrical phenomenon. So this is showing that when there is a three-phase current flowing into the conductors, it generates rotating flux on the space. That's but students cannot understand easily. So I made something like this. So these are three sets of current flowing conductors, and it generates finally, eventually, they create a rotating flux. They can understand this at an instance. Okay, so those kind of things I developed many, like 40 or 40 years for animation and simulation. But the other side, that students can easily access this software on the internet, and they can program themselves. And it's very easy and quickly they can do it. So, second about the solution, I told you that I've been using this computer since 2002 and 20 years. And about the service, I developed OKMind. This tool I'm showing is the tool I developed myself with my colleagues. So it's been developed since 2010, and once it was ranked as a top 5 e-learning tools in Korea, with the Google Docs and the same level. Okay, so this is a tool I'm using for my presentation all the time. There's many functions, but I wish I have a chance to talk more about OKMind maybe later. But today we have a very little time. Okay, so that's about it. So I'm here as an e-learning expert. 그래서 이제 물 좀 해주실까요? As an expert. There are two topics I would like to concept. One is solution, mostly about how to use Moodle, and the other is e-learning content development. Probably you all are interested in developing that. So the first subject, I would like to talk about the solution. Solution. There can be many solutions in e-learning area, but when you talk about solution in e-learning, the number one top is the LMS, Learning Management System. So, learning management systems, the system is a kind of internet school. So every activity you do in real world in university, you can do it on the internet. And the LMS supports the things. So it supports many activities like assignment, homework, quiz, and attendance checking, things like that. So that's the meaning of LMS system. It's equal to the academic management system. Academic management system manages the enrollment, payment, okay, and the management of classes, things like that. So I checked here the server guys, and they said either the academic system connected with the LMS system, or here is a Moodle, right? But not here is not connected, right? In Korea, when you use Moodle and you got the final score of the students, the grade will be transferred to the academic system. With a kind of integration should be done, but not now here. So probably that's the thing. So you have to do next phase. Okay, and this is the history of the LMS system. So it's up to 2017, but later here, not many changes. So this is the overall trend. So when we talk about LMS system, there are many commercial ones and open source ones. Moodle is open source. And this is the occupancies of LMS market in that North America. So North America, Moodle is tied a little bit about the same portion with Blackboard and Canvas, those things. But internationally, Moodle is the top best because it's open source. And I realized that almost 99% of developing countries using Moodle because it's been a long time, so more than 20 years of development, very stabilized, and integrate many control functions, capabilities with it. The problem with Moodle is that it has too many functions, and sometimes you're confused how to use and what to use. But not many people use the whole function of Moodle. We just use some activities, like 2 or 3 activities. If you use effectively the activities, it will be very good for your class improvement. So with the, I checked that you're using Moodle here, and I think that's the best choice for you. Once I told you before that I have a book, 101 ways to use Moodle as a book, but not many people bought it. So I decided to upload it to wikis anyway. It's kind of open source spirit. I want to publicly show everything from each other. So if you click and access, this is a wiki site. You can find it in the wiki. It's Korean, but I told you that you can use Google Translate. So what I did is that this morning I tried to. What's the language you mostly using here? Oromo? Sorry, I thought it's Oromo, but that's what the way I can find. So using that Google translation is Oromo. Oromo was on the list of the language translation, so I tried this one. But okay, I'll just change not Oromo but English.
The second one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Armen? You want? Armen?
Yes.
하나 위요. 하나 위. 고위. 하나 더 위로. 알았지? Okay, let's check out. Yeah, I understand at all. But anyway, you can understand what it means. So this 101 use cases of Moodle. So it tells you about how to use keys and many activities and competencies and many more. Right? So you click and go into check in detail what's in there. And a lot of Moodle keys. Okay, this is the one. I told you that I have an English blog. English blog also have some subject which is related to quiz. So I search quiz things. So it almost it has everything about quiz, how to monitor the real-time quiz. You can use the quiz on your offline face-to-face class. In the class, students can use their smartphones, so in pieces, and you can monitor them in real time. So that way you can improve your class very effectively. When you teach the class, you don't know what kind of thoughts go in their mind, right? How can they understand? Just like me, I'm telling you, but I don't know what. Mostly when I go to presentation, I make some keys in the middle and ask them to respond, so I can check whether they are following me okay, doing okay, understanding completely. I use keys and feedback over Moodle activity. So by the way, you can monitor all the time online. And you know that my voice is small and my accent should be changing. Things like that you can correct and make better. So here probably you might be interested in Moodle keys. Here, I found this.
Moodle keys has improved a lot. There are two good keys kind I usually use. One is a drag and drop keys, and the other is simple calculation type keys. Keys items inside. Previously with other courses.
So many Moodle keys types,
right? Different video. So first is drag and drop onto image.
Drag and drop keys.
I would like to add that icon.
This is the process how to make it.
Give a name to file. Probably. I just pre-process
you can make a
image.
keys that can make the drag and drop. That is the name of the part of component.
Object is related to some absurd contents. So with this image, I have to see that for this.
Drag and drop.
Okay. Next one is a simple calculation. So you can
calculation type.
Use the simple calculation.
You can generate the keys with the random numbers. So from the one question, you can generate different instances of the keys.
So the calculation type, I will give a name for that. With
you can make a script like this,
using
and A and C is randomly generated.
So it will recognize that each brace input the right calculation. The right calculation.
For the case, we have to input
multiplied by
the formula for calculation, because for each instance, the randomly parameter generated. So for the case, the internally will calculate the right numbers
for that.
So.
And you have to recognize the wildcard. You use the two wildcards A and B. So here you can see.
Okay, so now you can just skip the details.
For each different instances.
We generated the tool from one question, very different questions from that one.
Calculation, piece type.
So idea with that is that you just create just one piece, and students watch the different parameter-based pieces. So in my class, I created, because it's an engineering and technological subject, it's very good, because you explain something and students apply for the piece, and they can, especially for the midterm and final term exam, you can use this, because everybody get the different parameter pieces. So no problem, because they don't, there is no chance of cheating, because they are watching different pieces. So those are the functions, major pieces I use. But you know that eventually, okay, this one. You might already familiar with this one.
Yes, well distributed.
You can monitor the score of the students
and check
instantly.
what their response was on this one. For two individual students, if you attempt. And you can check which was wrong and which was right, and how many trials, or things like that. This is the way you use the Moodle quiz, very improved these days.
So they can repeatedly solve the quiz, and I can track in each stage what kind of answer they input. So that way I can monitor them, how they improve in the class. Okay. So there are many information about the quiz creation. So probably the reason I emphasize the quiz is that for your class, probably it's better combine the quiz with a PowerPoint explained by you with the narration, and after that they're supposed to take quizzes. I found that in the textbook there are already quizzes, right? You can turn that things into Moodle based, many drag and drops and calculation types. So I think that will make a perfect combination of e-learning activity. So contents. Usually that people integrate everything in one whole system. You can use that Adobe product which produces e-learning contents, captivate, articulate, those kind of things. Integrate everything inside. There's videos and quizzes and things like that. I don't think it's necessary. You create your video and you can integrate with Moodle quiz and Moodle assignment. Okay? That will be a good combination of e-learning course. What I use frequently is workshop and feedback. Anybody here use the Moodle activity workshop? No, right? Workshop is something like assignment. Anybody use assignment activity of Moodle? No. So assignment is that the students submit something, right? And instructor evaluate and can grade each assignment turned in by students. Right? It's very time-consuming process. From some point, I started using workshop. Workshop is the name for peer review assessment. Okay? This one is similar to assignment, but students review each other. Okay? There's two good things about that one. One is I can save my time. I don't have to grade each individual homework of students. The second one advantage is that by grading other students, students can have a perspective or picture. Okay? By grading others, they can understand something more at the standpoint of instructors. Okay? That's a pedagogically known effect of workshop. So that's the what the Moodle say as activity, workshop activity. And Moodle also provide feedback activities. It's you can collect the feedback of students anytime with this activity, and you can evaluate how they grade themselves of understanding level and difficulties. Okay, and you can correct and improve your class. Now that's the things I like to talk about solution. Next thing is the next thing is very okay. Next thing is about content. Again, Mr. Gilman is here to help us that he wrote the notebook, right? Show, yeah. That's one of the, we wrote the 3 sets of notebook. Okay, can you just put in the middle? Can you just activate the things that they can just try to write something, okay? Yeah, I like that. Another computer on this side. Another computer on this side. They can watch that. G가 계세요? 못 치지. There will be 3 notebooks like this. I think that because of the budget problem, we only spare 3 notebook computers here to share and then to develop contents. You can use this as personal production station for video, right? So we have 3, and we can share these tools to produce good e-learning contents. And Mr. Gilman will help you to use this one when I leave. Okay? So I leave about 4th of February, but by the time Mr. Gilman in e-learning center will have a full understanding about these tools. He already installed the other computer for himself, by himself. So I asked him to bring it here so that you can just understand what the tool will look like. And it comes with web cameras and noise cancelling headset for each. So noise cancelling you can record robustly in very bad environment. Probably with that kind of sounds can be eliminated. So we can work on your piece properly. That's why we tried it, but it was okay. Recording without noise. That's right. And higher resolution is most resolution you can get even with the high quality cameras, which is preset for them. But unfortunately, I do just one chroma key to remove the background things. And we will see that's not expensive, the cheaper one, but we will see how it works. And I thought you can get it in it, yeah, so cheap, right? And the good thing about this notebook is you can write something on it, like, okay? So the scenario, okay, many different kind of scenarios possible. And I installed 3 softwares, which is very helpful in production. One is a Lens Studio, that is not open source, that's the commercial one, but it's free. So we install that one. We can do something like this, switching places. So with that product, it's not just a simple web camera. The web camera, you can change your face, change it like this, and just check on the camera. Many different faces is possible. So just click on like the baby, Korean handsome guy. Okay, different face, and like a cartoon, different cartoon, like Einstein. And more. I'm graphic. It's a graphic. But the shape is different. It's kind of moving. So it has a better shape with that big copy. My shape is very similar, right? I don't think so. You can add some tattoos like Tyson. Many decorations. And this is the president of Korea. What doesn't look like him? Okay, so many things you can do. This Obama is not similar. It's Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, many more. So you can make a situation to use this kind of technology in your contents. The other use is that make best, photographic picture, and then you use it for yourself. You can make it without worrying about the light. and without worrying about washing your face. Okay, you just got up from the bed and just sit there and nice face of you can see and no problem at all. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, so what I try is that I might use ChatGPT to create some phrase. Why not? Right? Deep learning. So I asked ChatGPT to create King Solomon. Okay? You know, everybody knows King Solomon. This is not my masterpiece. This is what ChatGPT created. I asked them. Create the face of King Solomon. Create the face of Queen Sheba. Yeah. And some other, okay. I asked it to create some face of usual Ethiopian face. Is it usual? Okay. Usual, you know, that this is for lady. So this is what I did. So here, that's just close. So with that one, we can just use many different kind of images for each situation. Okay. Like this. Am I? Okay, let's check. Am I looking like okay? Am I? I don't know. But you can change the way to integrate. You can make it. This is disabled version. You can overlay. If you overlay, it's kind of in the middle. In the middle. Okay? Yeah, it depends on many different kind of mixing is possible. Am I? Just the dark color thing. So many things are possible. Pins. Okay, let's see how I look in pins here. No, it's better be lady. It's better be a lady. Probably the lady here. Okay, another instance. No. Maybe the shade is different, but if someone has a cross shade, it will be better. Okay, this is the Lens Studio. What we like to do is that we are going to use to integrate this with other application, like a PowerPoint, GeoGebra, web browser, and even note-taking application. By combining them, probably this is scenario possible. You can present something with a voice or PowerPoint, and on the top of the PowerPoint you can write something. Okay? So that's the idea. Why we use OBS. Okay? OBS can integrate that things to create a binary video. Okay? Oh, before that, I wonder you might enjoy this one. Is this player familiar to you? Okay, this is a Lens Studio. You can get more higher resolution with your webcam. This is my son playing guitar. The previous one is not. Very oriental looking, right? But I use that Lens Studio to produce things like that. The web camera wasn't that good. It wasn't high resolution. But with the new webcam you have now, you can have better quality. Okay, so OBS can integrate those applications together to produce a final screen. So this is the idea. OBS, Open Broadcasting System. This is open source. So if you're interested in using this one, I can distribute the directory. This is OBS environment. So in the Lens Studio, I use the Brad kit. face with a transparent background. Okay, so there's more here. Some different projects. This one produced using that note. Okay. So background is the application of PDF, and then Studio in the front side, like this. And somewhere I put that note-taking thing. So if you stack them in a row, probably you can write something on the top of PowerPoint, on the PDF, on the browser. So that's the idea. Okay, this is final. Let's do Obama face. Looks very strange, right? And behind it is the PowerPoint, I guess. PowerPoint or PDF, whatever, any kind of application behind. And then in the middle layer is a note-taking application with a transparent background. So on your computer, you just watch and write something. So all three things recorded together by the way it's arranged. So this is a tool you can do everything. Okay, ultimate realization. This scenario is possible.
Hello, my name is Audrey Monroe and I like you to use to a story. The name was OK Mind Map before. That is the greatest and smartest tool you can use for every activity involved with knowledge manipulation. It is truth really. John Maleo.
Thank you very much. It was my new secretary, Audrey Mona. Actually, she can speak in 4 different languages. Please speak in Spanish for my Spanish.
Okay, this one is not actually produced by that one. I produce it using different software, but theoretically you can produce something like this using that producing environment. So as you can see, this is a Lens Studio application, and back there is the web browsers running OKMindMap. And actually, this is another video produced using artificial intelligence. So what I get is just an image of one-cut image of this, and I just created the voice by artificial intelligence for this lady. Okay, and I merged that voice with that still image with this, and this lady start talking, lip syncing. Okay, so those kind of technologies possibilities. When you use your station, probably you can add some note-taking application in the middle, and you can write something in there, right? So your limit is your imagination, right? Okay, so let's talk about OBS things. So the final product produced by OBS will need to do some cutting, chopping away, remove some part, and some more. So you need a video editing device. OBS is not video editing, it's just producing layering things and produce final MP4. Okay? Using that OpenShot video editor, this is open source, so it's installed over there. Okay? We downloaded and installed there. So probably you can use drag and drop the final video from OBS, and you can cut out use this portion and some effect, and combine different videos together. Okay? The kind of things can be done on OpenShot video editor. Because it's open source, you can get tutorials and manuals and some video things easily. That's the good thing about using open source.
So we will want to grab that clip, just click on it and drag. And
this is not me, but you can get information anyway. But by the time I leave, Mr. Gilman will be expert with this. So probably he will set up everything easily on your station with your script. So that place you can just produce the video itself. And if you're trouble, you can ask help to Mr. Hero. Okay, he's really there to help. Okay, that's about it, the station there. But the most important thing is that how you create the access for e-learning content, right? You already have access as a textbook. In the textbook, there are many explanations and pictures and quizzes, right? But you have to read overnight. Quizzes for Moodle, right? And assignment should be separate to become Moodle activity, either as an assignment or workshop. Okay? And the core part of video will be created by you, just making. My idea about e-learning content is you produce PowerPoint from the text, right? And with that text PowerPoint, you narrate something and write something over there. You can create a video. Right? So those are activities I'm thinking about. Contents created by video will be uploaded to YouTube because we don't have the streaming server here. Right? So you upload to YouTube and you can provide embed that video into Moodle, right? And the forum, you can embed that YouTube inside of your Moodle forum. And following that one, probably right after that, the Moodle piece will be followed. And after that, feedback, Moodle activity feedback will be followed. And finally, workshop or assignment activity will be followed. Those four activities will complete your weekly session of online things. But how you make it, right? That's the problem, right? In Korea, many experts are involved in producing video, e-learning content. The SME, subject material expert, you, with the script maker. It helps how to make a script to broadcast those kind of narration, and some graphic designer to have to create the images which is used in PowerPoint or whatever for the subject. So many developers or many experts are involved. But here, I don't think that's possible, right? You will take a part of that. You are subject material expert, right? But you also need to write script. But I don't think you are going to write script. It's very time consuming. Okay? When you prepare the class, probably if you prepare PowerPoint, you don't usually make script to explain it for your own class. No, right? So probably, I don't know whether that script making process is possible or necessary. But first is that PowerPoint, at least PowerPoint is fully produced. And the way you explain the PowerPoint, the narration, in Korea, you must make script first and read to make, and then you make a video. But here I don't know. But probably you just promptly just explain it on the spot. We will think about it, how we can do it. So I asked Bart what's the procedure to develop e-learning contents, because here the status is different from Korea, right? So the answer is like that. Bart told me that to produce e-learning contents, you first define your objectives and target audience. We don't have to worry about target audience, we already know. Okay? And I saw your textbook, and it says about objectives at the first. Okay, there's no problem, because already you have objectives. Okay? Probably you summarize the objectives and make it as a PowerPoint. Okay? You summarize things in the textbook as a PowerPoint. That's, I think, the most efficient and realizable way to produce. And about the prototype method. I introduced the station, video production station. So probably we know that with the PowerPoint, we will narrate them with sometimes when it's necessary, write something on it. That's the prototype we are going to use for each individual event content. So I don't know how much we can go before I leave. I'm giving both of February, but we'll see that how you feel comfortable in developing even content using this station. Okay? And we will see what's your capability and what will be the speed or pace of development. And probably we will agree how many weeks of even contents should be developed by when and how. Okay, by the time I leave. Okay, so number 4 and 5 phase will be omitted. Can be omitted. So that's the thing I got from that. And one last thing is that when you develop a content, video, especially video, we will have to do it in microwave, make it smaller, so that it can be used or repurposed. Because if you have 1 week video, probably in Korea, we suggest to modularize by less than 25, about 20 minutes. Okay, and when you teach in class, you use many fillers like not necessary, subject, not necessary contents. So if you eliminate not necessary comments and summarize the textbook, it will be, if you give normally the 1 hour face-to-face classroom, can be that compressed in 20 minutes. That's what we usually do. So for 1 week, probably 1 week, I would say if you have 3-hour classes, for each classes, probably 20 minutes, around 20 minutes modularized video will be produced. So which all summed up to 60 minutes. 20 or 80 minutes. Okay. Actual face-to-face will be 3 hours. 3 hours will be condensed into 80 minutes. That's what I think. So that's the basic things I would do. Like suggest for you. Okay, that's about it. And the last thing service is I don't know. I put the the service I made maybe by myself. But we don't have that much time. I'll skip these things. If you are interested, probably we will have another tutorial how to use this. Okay? The basic thing is that you can use PowerPoint and write something on it. That's a basic. And if you're interested more about that, you can do as many things as possible. That's up to you. So I'd like to suggest further development. If you're interested, okay, I would like to use the state-of-art advanced technology for my e-learning contents. You can think about using those kind of things on your e-learning content. The Blender is the open source 3D modeling program. I use Blender free. That's the thing I like about it. So, because it's engineering, probably you might be interested in producing something like this. So I created this using 3D modeling software called Blender. You can see that this is a motor. Create many different wires and armatures and field, things like that. And students can understand how the wire is connected and what the structure of armature is like. Okay? And in Blender, you also support animation. So you can show them how the wire is going to be, connected like this. So if you have a Blender tool and you run this application in OBS, you can write something on it, right? And you can control the Blender animation. Okay. So then I can skip. This is a basic idea. You can here behind. This is not developed by the station. This is one I developed with a different software, but this is possible using your station. Okay. Behind is working rendered is learning application, and this is note taking one. Okay. I write something on there. Yeah. So I layer it like you can do it on OBS like that. Okay. Things like that. Another very much time. Yeah, you can take a look at it. So you have the link inside, you connect to that place, and you watch there. I'll just show some more ideas about that. So you can use it for, but I don't know, can you access ChatGPT in Ethiopia? Can you access? You can use it, right? So what I use the ChatGPT so you can save your time. One suggestion is that you already have a textbook, right? And you're going to summarize to produce PowerPoint. Just copy the chapter or textbook and ask ChatGPT to produce concise PowerPoint. And it will use it back. That's what it's similar things that book creation. I'm writing a book about using Python myself. I'm not this expert in Python. I don't program that much. If you ask me to write something Python, I cannot even write a line because Python is not my major language. And I think I'm old enough to forget anything about new language. And this is what I do. It's Korean. How I write my book about Python engineering, solving book. So let me translate this one. This is I ask the prompt, something like that. ChatGPT, please write a program which can produce manage the vocabulary list, and it provides some kind of practicing capability. So whenever it has a vocabulary list, ask 3 random vocabulary, and it is guess right. And the vocabulary will be eliminated from the vocabulary list. So that's the one I gave you as a ChatGPT. And ChatGPT answer with the source code here, like this. So it generates the source code. Of course, there's sometimes it responds to the wrong code, not complete, but you have to interact several times to create. You know the Blender? I showed it to you. The Blender also supports script, Python script. So you can ask, can you make the script which create the armature field or wire, things like that, and you create the structure. Okay? And about the Roblox game programming, I wrote a game program within a month. I don't know anything about the Roblox program. It's different language. It's called Lua. I don't know about that. Last year, I tried to learn myself. Lua is not my language. I tried to learn it to produce a Roblox game. That's a metaverse on the. Okay, let me show you. Roblox game. Okay, you can run Roblox game in Ethiopia. I checked in my hotel and I can join the Roblox game. So the info here is enough to. Okay, I just take a picture of the Roblox game. This is electrical machine learning game world. So my students going to the game and they are enjoying the game. Mostly what they are supposed to do is that find the right part and assemble the right part to complete the machine. Right? The students can do that. Each student is moving. They can do it at home, but I do it for the class. So they join together the game. I tried to write this program myself last year, but failed. It's too difficult. Spending 1 month, I just gave up. But not last year. 2 years ago. But last year, ChatGPT. Right? So I just wonder, ChatGPT can write a program for me. I asked it to write a program for Lua, for the game, and it's done. I spent 1 week with ChatGPT. I completed it. Right? Things like that. So that's also possible. So there's many options you can use. One more is Arduino. You know that Arduino is the mostly used these days for microcomputer. Kind of thing. This is another language too. I don't know much about the Arduino program, but there's open source or oscilloscope. The oscilloscope is very expensive stuff. So with the Arduino, adding some program, you can use Arduino as oscilloscope. Very cheap. Okay? 1 by 100 price. That you can make it Arduino. So this is a program I corrected, customized for my use. So there's an original. You can see that you can measure the oscilloscope. And I just made a little change over there. So what I do is that with the original source code, I provide additional request of mine. And ChatGPT responds to me back with the corrected code. Right? So that way, I think you can use those kind of things for your work. Okay? So this is what I suggest. Use artificial intelligence for your creating book, creating PowerPoint, even creating script. If you are not good at explaining something, okay, you made a PowerPoint, but you are not good at the humor and talking and the way to speaking, probably you can ask ChatGPT, write a script for me for this PowerPoint. Write a script for me with a humor, okay, with some interesting subject, add it and produce a script, and the ChatGPT will produce. You can just read and narrate, then produce video. So that's the thing you can do to many things. If you are familiar with at least one programming language, probably you can ask ChatGPT to write some other language you don't know. Okay? Produce feedback with the language. So you need to know how the code works. It is very easy to work with other language. Okay, there's some more, like using the deep technology, but that's time is limited, so we will about that later. Okay, so conclusion. My conclusion about this TVTI e-learning things, probably with the publication station, use their PowerPoint, note-taking application and studio, and the different application-based video applications. You can produce video easily and use that for your contents video. And use it with quiz, workshop feedback. Okay, they will complete 1 week of online event. Okay, so what I mean by additional is you can use GeoGebra, Blender, web-based, other kind of web-based tools, or desktop application also. If you have a simulation, specific simulation application on your desktop, probably you can use that as an application as one source for your OBS system. And one last thing is micro-learning. So you have to design your course by modularizing. So you can reuse or repurpose that for other things. And one good thing about this, when you make it short, it's easy when you find errors and change something. You just need 20 minutes. You can make a whole 1 hour and you have to edit, okay, to correct that videos. And if you make it micro learning environment, it will be easier and better for you to maintain the e-learning content. Okay, thank you very much. That's about the presentation I prepared. If you have any questions, I'll be delighted to answer you back.